Yeah, very good, thanks.
Steve, Treviso achieved a clean sweep of victories over Welsh sides in Italy last year, so I'm guessing this is a difficult fixture.
Yeah, it is. I think year on year, Treviso have got better. They've got real physical pack, got some pretty decent backs as well, and they've always had goal kick intent. So it is a tough place to go. Well, last year we lost in the last minute in the Heineken Cup, which was really disappointing. And then we lost the first game with Janto getting sent off out there, which didn't make it easy on us. But I thought actually the Heineken Cup game we played out there, we played pretty decent rugby. We were in a good position, 14-3 up with sort of 8 to 9 minutes to go. We feel we've got sort of the right group going out there to hopefully get our season off on a real good start.
Yeah, you did lose the first 3 last year, didn't you?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, thanks, Sam. Yeah.
Clearly you wouldn't want that this time.
No, I don't. It's not something I enjoy losing, Mark, and it was pretty disappointing, obviously, losing the 3 games. I thought we'd done a lot of good things up in Treviso, considering we were 14 men for large periods last year, and then Ulster did feel we should have got more out of that game, and then Glasgow we got exactly what we deserved, which was nothing out of the game, and then we did go on a real good run after that. But it's something we want to get off to a much better start this season, definitely.
Who are you expecting to be the big threats in this league, Steve, this season?
I think it's getting more and more competitive as it goes along. You see, like Treviso, competitive. I think the Dragons have made good signs this year. I think they'll be more competitive. So I think it is a real tough league. I think Treviso win a lot of home games, and you can see towards the back end of last season, I think they only lost 1 in their last 7 games. So see them being a real force, and obviously we've got the Irish teams, which are good, and the Scarlets made the top 4 last year. So I think it's going to be highly competitive, but probably Leinster, those guys are still looking the favourites. And Glasgow, I think in particular, are a pretty strong outfit.
Because Leinster lost Joe Schmidt, they've lost Seawell, and they've lost Sexton as well.
Yeah, still got some pretty decent players in Driscoll, the RC. They got in Gopeth, Madigan is a pretty good 10 if I'm honest. So it's something that they'll still be strong, and it may be something new. Obviously, Joe's done an amazing job with them, but a different voice may just give him that little bit of extra energy. They'll probably have a couple on the bench. We'll announce a team on Thursday, but yeah, Ian and Hibbs was chomping at the bit. We feel as part of his conditioning to get back into it, and Ian was really keen himself. So it's something that we build, and it is part of their conditioning. They're still conditioning right throughout the week, so they are a little bit jaded going into the games, but it's something that we'll continue to do, and then hopefully in around the 3rd game they'll all be back and they're all featured for us in some sort of shape or form.
Is it those two because they played comparatively fewer games?
No, I think it's something that Ian takes a little bit of time to get there, and it's something that he was keen to do. He's come back in real good shape, in fairness, Janto has, and Hibbs is just containing him, in fairness. It's something he's like knocking the door. Yeah, I'll be available. It's like, no, well, can have a little bit longer. No, you're having sort of 20 minutes as part of his conditioning. So it's something that was good for us, and it's great that these guys want to come back. They're all the same, all Lions. Love representing the region, which is a huge for us, and I think that sets us in real good stead.
Anyone who played on Friday was unavailable, definitely not.
Yeah, Dimitri has ruptured his Achilles, so it's unfortunate for him. So he'll probably looking at 4 to 6 months on the tight end, which is extremely disappointing, because I know Bath, in fairness, did have the edge on us up front in the scrums, but it was Dimitri's first start. But in around everything he done around the park, putting in some physical tackles, is something I think there is a real bright future for Dimitri.
What is your situation?
Yeah, Aaron's, touch wood, not too far away. We would have liked him back for Bath, but it was just kept having tiny setbacks in around his knee. So it's something that he started doing a little bit of units with us, so hopefully he's no longer than 2 to 3 weeks away. And obviously we've got Adam, and we've got Joe Reese, and we've got a couple of young under-20 props.
So who are your options for this weekend?
We've got plenty of Daniel Suter's an option, Adam's an option, Joe Reese is an option. We've got Nicky Thomas, the young under-20s tight end, so we have got some options going into Treviso.
So you might put Adam in.
He may be involved, potentially.
How important is he, Steve, still? Are you sort of closer to developing a replacement for him?
Look, I think You've got Joe Reese, who's a young up-and-coming tight end. We've got Aaron Jarvis, who's an international tight end, who was, apart from his injury last year, was featured in the autumn and done pretty well. So it's something we've got young guys. It's going to be, obviously, it's going to be difficult to sort of get someone of Adam's calibre, but we've got to strive to get the next one. We've got two guys in the Wales 20s, so it's something that we have consistently brought tight ends through this system, and fingers crossed we'll get another Adam at some point. Yeah, look, it's something that with everyone, we're going to keep our squad together and make additions, but it's not always the case.
Is there a comeback date for
Hanno is, fingers crossed, in around November time. He started running on the Alta G treadmill, which is a real positive for him. So he was up on the field today. I think he's going to start running on sand this week. So touch wood, he's still on course for re-featuring for us around November time.
Which players are you expecting big things of this season, Steve?
I think we've got a whole host of young guys. I think it's there will be, like, obviously we have to be patient with one or two. I think the two Canadian boys are looking really good. We've brought in Tito has done pretty well for us, in fairness to him, coming over in the two pre-season games. So we're really pleased with him. I'm just disappointed, obviously, for Dimitri, because I thought Dimitri would have had a real positive season. Obviously, been out for 4 to 6 months, going to hold him back a little bit. Some young guys, Rodri Hughes, Scott Baldwin. I think there's a whole host of back row guys we've got, and I think Ben John had a real outstanding season for us last year, and I expect him to keep improving as it goes along. And then we've got three young tens, even with Sam, Nipper and Big. So I think we've got a little bit of a sort of fatter squad, and it's something that we're pretty excited with a lot of the young guys we got coming through as well. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was disappointing, but I think when you reflect on it all, what we went through at the start of the season, and then the amount of injuries we picked up throughout the season was borderline ridiculous. But you had boys coming in, Lloyd Piers, Ben John, mid names for themselves, went through 10 tight dead props. But it's something that we didn't want to make excuses. We went along. We were still disappointed. We were in a position, if we'd won one of our last 2 games, we would still got into the top 4, which is it was disappointing. But it's something I feel that will hold us in good stead this year, where I feel we've got more depth in our squad.
10 tight end props?
Yeah, 10 we went through. Yeah, it was we had Flew Campbell in from Spain, straight off the deck chair to go and play in Toulouse. We had Kai back. Nicky Thomas played, Owen Williams from Bridgend, who hurt his hamstring when he was here, Adam, Aaron Jarvis, Joe Reese, and I'm sure I'm missing 1 or 2 along the way, but it was definitely 9 or 10 tightest props we went through. Yeah.
Yeah, just with Cam gone, I guess you're gonna need Dan to really assume a leadership role, will you, and halfback?
Yeah, I think Dan done it last year. I think that, he helped Khan as well. Khan was fantastic for us, outstanding 9. But I feel Biggs had an outstanding season. I think that comes from the platform we set the tone up front, and it makes that easier. And Tito, there'll be sort of a few moments where he probably doesn't get it quite right because he's only been here throughout pre-season. But yeah, Biggs is a leader. He's a born leader in what he does, and he always strives for us to be competitive in every game we do, and he wants perfection. So it's something that I'm sure he will have another fantastic season for us like he did last year. No problem, boys. Thank you very much.